Hey, what is up guys? So you now know that Dragon's Ravine is now at 2, but what can you do with it? Can you FTK? I don't know. Is this title a squid? Is it a clickbait? Or is it actually true? I don't know. You guys know I'm not into the clickbait. I mean, yeah, it could be considered an OTK, but it basically could be an FTK because you don't need to attack anyway. So here's the combo. It's actually pretty dirty. There's actually a few different ways to actually pull it off. I know that. But this is the example that we're going to be showing off over here. So basically, you just need a Gusto, or just any level 6 monster, technically, because you're just going to go ahead and overlay into a Exceed monster. So you can see he's going to be abusing Gay Durg over here, and Zephyros is actually really keen here. The one thing that you don't want to do in this deck is draw Zephyros, but it doesn't really matter, because Gay Durg actually can abuse that anyways, because you just can discard one card. Anyways, number 6, Coromley Atlantis. So once per turn, you can attach a material, send a monster to the graveyard to half your opponent's life points, and you can't conduct your battle phase during the turn you activate this effect. It's pretty much irrelevant because you already are going to be using Soul Charge, and again, you're running a deck that has so much deck thinning ability that it doesn't really matter, simply because you have you can use Chicken Race, Pseudo Space, you can use Dragon Ravine. Dragunities actually have a lot of draw power. If you guys have ever played Dragunities, you know cards constants in the deck is so good. But, I mean, majority of the time, you're going to be able to go through half your deck. Like I said, there are multiple ways to OTK in this deck, and I guess technically FTK. You can actually Instant Fusion Noded, but, you know, that's kind of an OP thing anyways. But, yeah, he's able to, even though he upstarted, I believe, twice, and he's still able to make a game. He wouldn't even have to have made this card if he just halved his opponent's life points twice and did not have to use Upstart Goblin, but it makes the deck more consistent. I know you guys want to check out the sick replay, or the profile from Mr. DracoFabs. Thanks for sending in this replay, but anyways, let's go ahead and check out the profile, and we can kind of talk a little bit about it. Alright, so here is the deck profile, so let's go ahead and just jump right into it. Again, I think Chicken Race with Pseudo Space could be even better because you have the ability to copy Ravine as well, which is really good to, you know, obviously have double effects of Ravine because it allows you to abuse the card Gay Durg, which is the card where it's once per turn during your main phase, you can add one level 4 or lower dragon or winged beast type monster from your deck to your hand. Then you have to discard one dragon or winged beast. The most important thing is just add Zephyros to get rid of Zephyros. So you need that to actually get Red MD's effect twice. That is actually really important in the combo, but for the most part, you can go ahead and rewatch the video so you can kind of understand what's going to be going on. And if you're wondering what the heck, well, there's a monster in the back row, what is that? That's actually the Dragunities. If you guys are new to the archetype, they are a synchro based archetype, but I mean with the addition of Exceeds, you can obviously do a lot more crazier stuff. But their monsters, they equip to them, and then you can send them to the graveyard, and then you get some type of effect. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump on the deck profile. Anyways, so first off, we got Reddish Darkness Metal Dragon, very important card for it. And then we have the Leviathan, one copy of that, and then 3 copies of Mistletoe, and then 2 copies of Windar, Sage of Gusto, 2 copies of Garuda, the Wind Spirit, 1 Zephyros, 3 Ducks, 2 Gusto Griffin, because if this card is sent from the hand to the graveyard, you can special 1 Gusto monster from your deck. Obviously, that's a pretty good effect when you're getting rid of a card, and then you're like, oh, bam, freaking level 6 monster. That's like the most important thing, by the way, is this. Also, it is wind, so it technically has a little bit of synergy with the deck. And then we have 3 copies of Dragunity Phalanx, and then 1 copy of Mist Valley Baby Rock. It's just, this card is sent directly from the hand to the graveyard. You get to special summon it. Plus, it's a level 2 tuner. And then we got 1 Instant Fusion. I definitely think Chicken Race with Pseudo Space is even better, because it doesn't matter your life points at that point, because all you want to do is just beat your opponent, and then obviously you can throw out something on top of it. That way, it doesn't really matter that Chicken Race is on board, and it's like your opponent can't take any damage, but it's fine. You can just get rid of it with, you know, Pseudo Space, or just throw anything on top of Chicken Race. That's important. Don't goof on this. But yeah, Instant Fusion, you can bump that count up. You can make the deck much more consistent if you drop some of the stuff. But again, this is the original deck profile. I'm going to give it to you guys as he made it. Instant Fusion with Nodin. Obviously, Nodin is a pretty good card. I think we've all established that anyways. But yeah, bringing back certain cards can, you know, obviously change the way that you're OTKing or FTKing. Then we got 1 Raigeki, so maybe like against Jinlock or something. Oh, Psych, Jinlock doesn't even exist. But there's other like cards like Christie and stuff. And then we got 3 cards of Constance. This card is just absolutely amazing. It's discard 1 Dragon type tuner with 1,000 or less attack, and you get to draw 2 cards. It's really easy to go Dragon Ravine, and then search out the specific card that you want to use with cards consonants. In this deck, it's going to be Phalanx. There's a card called Achilles, or Achilles, something like that, that also used to be played, but if you're doing this build, then obviously you probably just want Phalanx. Then we got Dragon Shrine, just to dump cards in the graveyard. Then we got Soul Charge. This card is usually required to pull it off, but I'm sure that there's other ways to do it. But you probably will need your battle phase, but obviously if you're not using Soul Charge, you have your battle phase. You don't really need to use this. You saw that he pulled off a Trident Dragon, which is this card over here. Trident Dragon makes it so when this card is synchro summon, you can destroy up to 2 cards you control. You're always going to have Ravine, and then you just set whatever card. And then for each of the cards you destroy, you get to attack an additional time. So this card has 3,000 attack, and you can attack 3 times. So there's lots of different OTKs. Obviously, if you have to attack, you can't FTK, but again, the deck is usually... I would say with this extra deck, because there's no Scrap Dragon, it is designed around FTKing. So it's more of a cheese version. So if you want like a more consistent deck where you're not going to be doing FTKs and OTKs, you can definitely play other builds. But like I said, that's the point of this video is to show off the cheese with the double Ravine now. And then we got, I think we got Soul Charge, we got 3 Upstart, pretty self-explanatory, 3 Terraforming. I would recommend dropping some of the other stuff, and then you could just throw in like Pseudo-Space to make the deck even more consistent. And then we have 3 Terraforming, and then 3 Dragunity Spirit of Destiny. For the longest time, I didn't know that this card finally came out in the TCG, but it kind of helps Dragunities out, definitely. You equip to Dragunity monster, gains attack equal to its level times 100, but it's pretty much irrelevant. It's got this other bonus effect that it's also unaffected by trap effects, which is pretty nice. But the main effect that you want is during your main phase, you can equip 1 Dragunity type monster tuner from your deck to that monster equipped with this card. You can only use the effect of it once per turn. So it just helps you get out your combo, and like you can do stuff without having like the decks, the Phalanx, because obviously you can do a lot of things with it. Then we have 2 copies of Dragonwing and then 3 copies of Chicken Race. For the extra deck, Nodent, Trident Dragon, Blackwing No Thung, the Starlight. This card's important specifically for the video that we showed off because of Upstart element. If there was no Upstart, then he wouldn't have needed this because he would have been at I don't know what the life was, but I don't think he would have needed it because it would have went 8,000, 4,000, 2,000 instead of, I think, 10,000, 5,000, 2,500. Did I actually math right? Then we got Gatorg, and then 2 Varshiana, and then we got the Super Dreadnought Railcan Gustav Max. And again, guys, this is a cheese deck, so like if you get Vader, you're probably not going to do so hot because you're going to be investing a lot of your cards, and you pretty much can't. Well, I mean, if this gets Vader, maybe you can still come back. Anyways, we got 2 of the Geiger Chargers, then number 39, Beyond the Hope. And it's just basically used to just be like, I'll throw this card on top. It doesn't really matter what you make. There are other cards that you can definitely make that are much more viable. Then we got M7, we got 2 Chronomaly Atlantis, and 2 copies of Heretic King, Dragon King Atom, which is like, this card is absolutely crazy. The fact that you just be like, oh, Sun Red is Darkest Spell Dragon, and then you bounce it back later with Zapdos. Too good, man. But anyways, thank you for showing off the sick replay, and it's pretty cool to see that someone has figured out how we could abuse Drag. Well, I mean, to be real, you could abuse any deck. You throw a Chicken Race, Pseudo-Space, any of these cheese decks just look extra good. But anyways, let me know, guys, what you think of the deck, and if there's any other ways to FTK OTK. I know there is another way. I saw on an Asian video on a blog site a long time ago when they had Ravine. I believe Ravine was at 1. Was Ravine banned for a while? I forgot if it was banned or was at 1. But I remember that there was an OCG FTK that involved Instant Fusion. I don't remember the exact combo, but at one point he started playing Gladiator Beast in it. It was just like, I've never seen this. I wish I could find it. If anyone knows the video that I'm talking about, where the guy pulls off a freaking Gladiator Beast OTK in Dragunities, he like made like the craziest stuff. I really want that video because I saw it and I don't remember where it was, and I want to share it with you guys, and I'll and just show you guys how like crazy some of these ideas are that involve Dragunities. I think it used this card too because that was the point of the video, was to show off the Dragunity Spear of Destiny. But if there's any other ways to OTK/FTK, I'd love to hear in the comment section below because I know that there are other ways in Dragunities. I know one of them involves like this one, and like there's one where you can really abuse this card. It's called Light and Darkness. This is actually a really cool card, Light and Darkness Dragon. I forgot, I think you equip, I think it's this one, or it's one of them you equip like Light and Darkness Dragon, and then like when Light and Darkness Dragon is, this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, and that can be when it's equipped. You get to target one monster in your graveyard and special summon it and destroy all cards you control. And I believe you get back this, and this card, when it's normal or special, you can select one Oh, this one Dragon type Dragunity. Is it this one? This card, don't want special summon, you can select one Dragon type monster graveyard. Oh, except for this. Okay, so it's this one. Then you equip it to it. Except for himself, yeah, okay, when this card is sent to the graveyard, okay, you select one of the monsters with equipped to the card, and then special summon that monster from the graveyard. And this card can be special. Oh, cannot be special. There's a way to loop it. Someone will mention in the comment section below, I know. But anyways, hope this makes some of you Dragunity players happy that you wanted to replay the deck. Now you have access to it. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Azneyes signing out.